I want to build some rapport. I want to say hi. I want to check out your place, and the main thing for me is the story and the people behind the builds. And you really do have an interesting story. So you were actually, we were talking before we started rolling, you were born in the US.
Yeah.
And you grew up a little bit in the US, but then you moved back to Thailand.
But then then I went back to US for about 10 years. Then I came back to Thailand again.
What got you into cars? I know it's a really long story and...
To cut it short, when I was in the States, we didn't have Skyline, we didn't have anything back in the days. I was in BU for like my freshman year, like half of the freshman year, and I came back to, continue my study here. I learned about Japanese cars, and I fell in love with Japanese cars. The JDM car culture here is so strong. Mm. Even back in the days when I came back when I was 18 years old, 19 years old, it was really strong. And back then there wasn't, no social network or no internet or anything, just magazines basically. But there's a lot of important people who retired now, who introduced us to like a lot of good companies like Trust, HKS, all those like big names. They imported the parts so that, so I kind of contribute a lot of my successful being to those persons. Mm. Those are my icons.
So how long have you been in this shop?
In this shop, about 5 years.
And how long have you been doing this sort of business?
I started when I was about 21, going to 22, so now I'm in my late 40s. Next year will be my 25th anniversary.
25th?
25th.
Of Oak Club?
Of Oak Club. But this year we're celebrating 20 years together with Spoon. I've been doing Spoon for about 20 years now. Wow. I started doing Spoon since, 2003, during SARS. Because I couldn't fly. I was having my own business, and I was working with Thai Airways, as well as, doing like...
That's why you have this.
Yeah.
This is a real Thai...
It's genuine.
What is this out of, like a 747?
No. Every single galley, you can fit this into.
Oh, okay.
It's a standard size.
Oh, standard size. Okay.
Every single galley, for every single aircraft.
That's so cool that you have one.
It reminds me, I spent 12 years with Thai Airways. So my wife's still a flight attendant until now. So it kind of, this is just a good memories.
So what is Oak Club? Do you do restorations? Do you sell parts?
We do restorations. At first, we started it just selling import parts. We didn't want any garage. We didn't want all that troublesome. I'm like, compared to what, like Matt, ICB, I guess? Just selling parts, no service, import, just selling. But then it became like, I need to have a mechanic to install properly. So that's basically how I started it. I didn't actually wanted to do restorations, but I do always play 90s cars since whenever. Even when the 90s car wasn't popular. Because I always have that dream like, hey man, those are my dream cars. And then I just started to do restoration on my own car and people kind of liked it. So they asked me for a favor for one car. We did one car and it went on social network. Then there's a second car, there's a third car, and now there's like 20 cars. So now I stopped accepting cars anymore.
So are you going to continue restoring?
I can't, because I owe people about 19 cars now. I don't even know if I'm going to finish by 60s. It takes 2 years, bro. But here, 90s car, there's a lot of rust. And in Thailand, like all the garage, the paint garage, you can't find any more like good ones who accept like rusted cars and all these stuff. So if it takes them 6 months or a year to do it, you have to wait.
Is it mostly Hondas that you're restoring?
About 50% Honda. Another 50 would divide into like Skyline. We do a lot of R32s here. We do a lot of RX-7s. Those cars, these are the cars I collect already. So people, when they saw my cars, they're like, hey man, I want them done.
And it's because part of the reason why people are spending a lot more money now is because you're unable to import more R32s.
Exactly.
And
we don't have, every single country have different regulations, in terms of importing cars. We can't import any used cars. We don't have the 25 years law like the US.
Let's take a look at some of the shop here.
Okay.
So super nondescript location, just off this residential road, which I'm amazed that you could fit NSXs or any performance cars through here. It is crazy how narrow the roads are.
Yeah.
But-
Similar to Japan.
Yeah, very similar. So then I love the style that you have here. Tell me about this Subaru.
Now, this is my closest friend. We went to school together in the States. He's Thai, of course. He's a car collector. To be honest, he has over 100 cars. He can't even remember which car he has. And this is just one of them he wants us to restore. Just a minor restoration. So.
And a lot of spoon parts here.
We don't have any more space because we ran out of our warehouses, like these two houses on the back there. So,
can we take a look at the warehouse? Can we take a look at
I can take it.
Yeah.
I can show you the shop.
Sure.
So we carry mostly new parts. 99% is new parts. We don't carry a lot. We don't carry used parts unless it's my collections.
Do people come here and buy from you directly, or is it
Yeah, we don't
mostly
do
like-
wholesales. I'm the only one who doesn't do wholesales.
Got it.
I do like to end users.
Right.
Direct.
Got it.
I
But
don't
I'm
be-
saying, do customers come here and
They
actually
do.
pick and choose the
They
parts?
pick and choose the parts.
But most of them are online sales, huh?
Yeah, we sell through Facebook. They see our ad on Facebook and
Right.
the new product and everything. We post it on our page on Facebook, and then they just call up, and if they're interested, we send them directly. We don't do a lot of wholesales.
Are you the only spoon dealer
I am, yes,
in Thailand?
yes.
Wow.
I used to be like mostly Southeast Asia, but now I gave up because I couldn't control like other countries.
Right.
Like they wanted me to open up in Philippines and Malaysia before, but it was impossible because I'm always here. We can't control we don't know the culture. We don't know the customer's base.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite difficult.
I love your desk.
Yeah, this is in Japanese is pronounced as a tuku tuku, but in Thailand it's like tuk tuk. It's a
Tuk-tuk.
3 wheels. Yeah, this is
That's
a
such a
head.
cool desk. I love it. Oh, it even has the handlebars.
Yeah, it does.
Did you make this from a real?
Yeah, this is basically from a real tuk tuk. The front half is basically genuine.
That's so neat.
It represents something in Thai.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
it represents
that.
something in Thai. So I saw it was on sale, so I bought it.
That is so cool.
So when people come in and I work from here, actually I work upstairs. I'll show you upstairs later.
Okay. Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah. But I'll show you upstairs. It's a
Okay.
bit messy, guys.
Yeah,
So
let's
bear
check it
with me,
out.
okay? I don't have time.
I love all the carbon bits that's just hanging
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, these are like new old stock and dead stock. We had them like 10 years over maybe. It's pretty steep, so watch your step.
It's okay. Whoa.
Yeah,
More parts.
I think I'm the only shop that carries like brand new and have stock. I still have inventories for it, in Thailand,
So then, how many people work for you?
including my secretary. Be 3 mechanics, 1 secretary is about 4, including myself is 5.
It's a pretty small operation.
Yes,
then.
it is, and I try to keep. I used to have a big operation. I should have like 3 branches, selling apparel, selling Merc, another brand selling the same thing. But after COVID, I just want to minimalize everything. It's a hassle. Good mechanics is hard to find nowadays, and I try to keep, to do what I can do.
It's. Whoa. There's just so much going on here.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a mess. I didn't have time.
Is JDM culture right here.
Yeah, well, these wheels, I collect wheels back in from the 90s wheels. These are just like 5% of what I collect. I have about 40, 50 sets of the 90s wheels. You name it, I have it. Like Racing Beat.
And that's just for your own collection?
Yeah. Because I used to collect toys, modern toys, but then one day the termites kind of like ate up the box.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I lost a lot of money on it. Nowadays when you don't have the box, the price kind of depreciate a lot.
Yeah.
So one day I just decided, hey man, let's collect metals, alloys. The termites wouldn't get,
the termites can't get to it.
So that's why. So I started collect from 1 set, 2 set, it became like an obsession. I still keep them in my warehouse, These are just like something that I display.
This is crazy. Oh,
It's okay, it's okay, man.
There's so much
Watch your
stuff
step,
here.
but it's okay. Yeah, so much stuff.
I love all the old little
parts?
pocket games.
Yeah. It's not like where you went before, but I try to keep some in my office. So I usually work up here. This is my own office. So I just like, I collect some of the stuff like rare stuff like from the 90s. Like, I try to keep them like all these boost meters and, gauges and stuff like that from the 90s.
How do you?
Acquire them.
Well, yeah. So, are you going to Japan a lot to purchase?
I used
this
to
stuff?
go to Japan like I don't go now because I'm these stuff I collect from a long time ago. I like to collect stuff, so that's why I have so many. So I have like wheel sight. You don't see these kind of things anymore. I used to love wheel sight when I was back in the days.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit them.
Yeah. So these are like discontinued parts, and some of them are reproduction parts. But like, so these are oil filler caps, which is like been discontinued.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And they're new.
Old
in
stock.
box.
In a box.
Or old stock.
Like you see, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you even know the brand called C's.
No.
Yeah, C's is a short shift stroke.
Uh-huh.
Back in the 90s. Yeah. They didn't have like a short shifter back then.
Oh.
So this is the only brand.
And you just kept them?
I just kept them because I used to stock them. It was a dead stock. It one day it didn't have any value to it, and now they have a tremendous value. I just keep them.
But it's not like you're gonna sell them either.
I'm not planning on selling them before I die. But once I'm gone, I'll just give it to someone who appreciate like all these pillar meters. Like these are RX-7 Skyline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like Subarus and stuff like that.
So many.
Yeah.
Pillar meters.
Yeah. And I don't plan to use them. I just keep them. When I look at it, it reminds me back in the days. That's just it. Sometimes I just like to keep the memories. But one day I will get rid of them because I'll quit this business or my hobby or whatever. But like these things are like super hard to find, like the Vision corner lamp for the EG.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
New in box.
Yeah, new in box. There's 2 colors available back in the 90s, the light orange and the dark orange, and I still keep them. Like these are new old stock wheels, like the Advance, Oni and the Hasemi Motorsports.
So you have a full set of those?
Yeah, I have full set. And like this wheel set here, Andrew Racing V, it's called Andrew Racing V. These are 5-spoke made by SSR. So basically, this is a limited edition because the spokes are black. Usually the spokes are like polished silver. This is new old stock as well, so we still have them in stock.
Never been mounted. Amazing.
Yeah, so this is like really 90s stuff.
Brand
This
new
is
gauge clusters.
Yeah,
huh?
this is on this huge rally. I used to have an Evo 9, but I never get a chance to install it because when I finish a car, my own personal car, the fact of the matter is a lot of people kind of liked it and always have an offer, like irresistible offer to purchase the car. So sometimes some of the cars I didn't even get to drive it. When they come visit my shop and they saw the cars on the hoist or being worked on a lift, they'll be like, "Hey, is this your own car?" I said, "Yeah. Once it's finished, I'll buy it." And they'll throw a crazy price at me, which is like, I can't refuse. But the proudest thing is the steering wheels, I guess. That's the only thing
really?
I like to. Yeah. You know how my country is about, always about loyal family and king. So once I got in 2013, I was a naughty authorized dealer, and one of my dreams was if I was a naughty authorized dealer, I wanted to have embroidered in say "Long Live the King" and So there was 2 versions. This was the first version in English, and this is the second version in Thai. So we did that, but the Thai part was difficult. We had to send the font to. They didn't have any Thai fonts.
Right.
So we had to send the font, by an AI, and they have to, load it down, and they have to
But it's like a real Nardi
Yeah,
wheel.
it's made in Italy. And we did like a limited edition on those, like 50 units.
Did they sold out right away, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I made, apart from making profit, we donated most of the funds to like all these charities and stuff like that. We didn't keep any profit at all. It was one thing I was proud of. This is the only thing I was proud of. Other things is just And then if you have money and you're into it, you can collect them. Because a lot of shops, I think I saw a lot of people on social media posting you guys. No, those shops are incredible. Those places are incredible. Like King's Garage, those places are incredible. But it's just different.
I think everybody does it their own way.
Yeah.
And if you have the means, yes. But the main thing that impresses me about the Thai people is that they're real nerds. Like they
Yeah.
really
The car
get it.
nerds, car geeks, right? I'm sorry for the
Yeah, no, it's okay. They actually understand.
Yeah, exactly.
They know the cars. They know the memorabilia. They know the story.
That's why
It's
I
not
told
just
you.
because they're expensive.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know, that's the difference.
That's why I told you that the JDM culture in here in Thailand is really strong. People like that because it's been here for a long time. So people like really like into it, you know. But U.S. As you know, the reason I think is different than U.S. because U.S. you have U.S. cars, right? There's also like American muscle, and there's also people who like JDM. But in Thailand, we don't produce our own cars. Of course, as a all the cars now for Southeast Asia is manufactured in Thailand, but
They're not enthusiast
they're not.
cars.
And they're not their own countries. Their own. This is
It's
Thailand
not like a Thai
brand.
car.
Yeah.
It's
a
a
Japanese
Chinese or
who,
Japanese.
yeah, just manufactured here.
Yeah.
So
but
basically-
also, it's just a bunch of taxis and method of transportation vehicles.
Right. But to be honest, Thai JDM 90s scene, it's been beyond like US a long time ago. Like this was like back in like 5 years ago was like it's at that peak, and now the US are coming in, but now the trend is starting to, for Thai people, are starting to drop a bit. Because when you play with 90s cars, I always tell all my customers, you need to pay. If you're not willing to pay, I do not recommend you to buy 90s cars, a used car. I recommend you to go to a dealer and buy a brand new BMW or whatever you want. Because to be honest, in my point of view, when you play with used cars, you start from minus.
Yeah.
You're not starting from ground zero, from minus. And then you use that money to make it to ground zero. Then you use another amount of money just to modify it. But you need that fundamental to be exactly how to start,
It's very easy, especially with Hondas, to get to a point where you're spending more money on the parts than what the car is worth.
Oh, that's
super easy.
Yeah, I think that's not only Honda.
Yeah.
I think it's every single brand, especially if you think Honda is expensive. The most expensive restoration I did was R32. I'm telling you, this is like beyond like what I imagined, And I even asked the Australian guys. You've been to Australia with the GTR meets, whatever in Australia. I think even in the GTR meets in Australia that you went, that show was bigger than I think in Japan. Because Australia are like Skyline lovers. They've been in like Nissan lovers for like as long as I can remember. As long as like the first time I visited Australia, like Sydney or Melbourne or whatever, it was like, wow. And now they're doing they're producing that parts that Japanese people doesn't produce.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. I was very impressed with Australia. Even the rotaries engine, I mean, they have more parts than Japan.
Can we take a look at your cars?
Yeah, sure. After you, bro.
All right. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
Jaws.
Jaws, yeah. We are Jaws distributor in Thailand. I do everything, man. I do vans, I do full wheels. I like every single car.
So this is the back of your shop.
Yeah, well, this is my own space. This is my parking as well.
What's going on with this Evo?
This is a genuine Evo 3. CE9A. GSR in white color. My friend owned it for a long time. He didn't have time to restore it, and now he's bored of it. So he gave it to me. Well, he sold it to me, but Yeah, this is a DC2 converted. It's not a genuine Type R, but one of my customers wanted to convert it, so we got it from the paint shop, and now we're still finding time to, I owe him this.
You have a lot of good loyal customers. that are really into Hondas, huh?
Yeah. Well, these two are my old cars. I sold them off. This is a genuine FD2 Type R, and this is a Subaru WSDI. Not SDI, WRX, I'm sorry.
4-door.
4-door, yes.
Nice.
These are basically fully restored. This one doesn't have to, this one is a brand new one when we bought it, so. But a customer of mine, he wants it, so he bought it off of me. They're twins, so they bought 2 cars for me. One bought an FD2 Type R, the other one bought a Impreza. This is always like my dream car when I was back in the days. So that's why when I had some money left after work, so I bought it.
It's really, really clean. I love it.
But this is my daily.
This?
Yeah, all these threes are my, this is like.
Suzuki Jimny.
Yeah, this is my wife's car.
Oh,
This is a K car. This is not the one that
these.
sells a lot in Thailand.
Yeah.
The Thailand is Sierra, which is 1500 cc, but this is K car. My wife always drive a K car. Yeah, that's a true JDM stuff.
What is this?
This is a Mitsubishi Colt. It came out the same year as a Honda Fit.
Wait, so this is turbo?
This is turbo. The engine code is 4G15. So it's 1500 cc turbo, front wheel drive.
Huh.
It came stock with Recaro seats, Recaro's Evolution 8.
I've never seen this before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool. I love these.
This is my daily, one of my dailies.
I love it. It's kind of like a baby Evo, huh?
It's, yeah, similar, I think.
Yeah.
Like affordable, If you can't afford an Evo, people probably buy this.
Huh.
And this is one of the RX-7 I used to own, but I sold it off. But the customers still, rent the space to park it here.
What an interesting arrangement. You could still enjoy the car by looking at it.
Yeah,
it's still in your
yeah,
space.
exactly.
But it's not yours anymore. And in
Exactly.
fact, they're paying you rent to leave it here.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so.
But I used to own like 5 RX-7s. Every time I have them, I get bored of it. I have a, irresistible offer. We sell it off, and I missed it. I buy it back again. We restore another one. Same old story.
How often do the owners come and pick up their cars then?
He hasn't seen his car for about 4 months.
It's just sitting here.
Same owner as a Subaru Impreza. He's a good friend, so we've been friends since we were
Well, he
little.
has 100 cars.
So he does.
It takes a while to drive all the cars.
He doesn't drive it.
Yeah.
He only drives 4 cars.
What's underneath here?
This is a very special car in Thailand. It wouldn't be special in your country because your country goes for very cheap. This is S2K,
Oh, okay.
but you hardly find it here in Thailand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, S2K here is like,
Because they're very expensive here.
yes.
So is this like a Spoon catalog car?
Yeah, it is. Actually, Spoon built this car. They flew over and they built this car for me. I'm the only one who Type 1 ever flew out of their country and built a car that's not a racing car. Like when you go to 25 Thunderhill, you go see Aaron, that's a racing car.
Yeah.
But this is my own personal car.
Huh.
The story behind it is that we used to expo in Bangkok Auto Salon every single year. And basically, I got bored of Japanese people coming over and just standing there doing nothing. I want people to experience how Type 1 works. So I said, hey man, let's build a car inside the show. We have 5 days to build the car. Let's do it. So I got the paint prep. I went in. They took out the engine, and Spoon sent me a brand new engine and transmission, 2.2.
No.
Like a 0 kilometers transmission, a 0 kilometers brand new engine. Like not a short block, not a long block, a complete engine with like intake manifold, with like alternator.
Can we take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
What an incredible car. So who owns this one? This is your car.
This is my personal collection cars.
Is this the most significant car in your collection?
No.
No?
One of it, the Skyline 32 is awesome. The cars I tend to keep less car now, not like before, like 10, 12 cars,
What a car.
and there's only 20,000 kilometers on the clock. So
But the engine probably has less, right?
yeah, the engine's only 3,000 kilometers.
It literally has everything that Spoon makes, huh?
Yes.
It's signed by all of them, huh?
Yeah, well, this car is just made by.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not a plate that's made in Thailand. This is a plate manufactured by Spoon in Japan.
I love that. It's just 00001.
It was the first car.
And there's not going to be a second.
Nope. So we give this plate to people who come and buy a lot of Spoon parts and distribute and have us restore it. But this is made by Spoon Japan. I think I'm the only country who has them because the policy wasn't to give out any more of these.
How
People
does
get
this
confused.
How does this drive?
It's pretty good. It's not that powerful or anything.
But the philosophy with Spoon is about the balance.
Exactly.
Anyways, right?
The philosophy with Spoon and I, since it's the same thing, is that the car has to be fun to drive, easy to drive. It's not if you have like 1,000 horsepower car, it'd be like a burden.
What a cool car.
It's okay, man. I think US you can see like a ton of this in US. But
Yeah, but like you said, it's special in Thailand, and it's even more special because it's a Spoon-built car.
yeah,
Here at the show.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was made in 2016, 16 or 17, I can't remember.
What's going on with the EK?
The EK is just one of my customers who wants to restore the car, and he doesn't want to convert it to Type R, but there's a B18 modified engine on it, so we still have a bit left to do. The paint is already done, but this is all dust. The engine is already installed, so we just have a few minor parts.
This top is completely carbon, huh?
No, this is to be honest, this is wrap.
Oh.
Looks genuine, right?
But this is made by Spoon?
Made by Spoon.
Oh.
We just wanted it something different. But this year I think, you see, it kind of pops up a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. Got it.
So, but this year we'll take the top off, and I wanted it to have like a normal, like convertible top. So because we've been doing this for like 5 years. I'm starting, and it's noisy, a bit noisy.
Oh, what an interesting. Have you had this the longest?
No, but I've been having it for a couple of years now. I hardly drive them. First paint, no restorations. Year 2000, year 99, 3.26 speed. Still pop-up headlights. So rare.
This is really rare.
This is NA2, but with pop-ups, not fixed headlights.
So then, what's the story with this? Was this a Japanese delivery car?
Yeah, this is pure Japanese.
So,
I chased
what is it called? A NA
NA2.
1.5?
No,
Or?
just NA2. If you know the story about NSX goes by NA1 and NA2. No matter, it goes by the engine, it doesn't go by the year. So even though if you have a fixed headlight and you have an automatic transmission, so automatic transmission, it only comes with 3.0 engine, 3.0 ZC. So basically you consider NA1. You don't consider them, you don't see a fixed up headlight and say this is NA2, no. The NA1 and NA2 differentiate by engine. So if you have 3.2, that's pure NA2. If you have whatever year it is, the last year, but your engine's still 3,000 cc, would be considered as NA1.
That is so neat. How many of these exist, do you know?
Right now in Thailand, pop-up headlights, about 3. But this is one of I chased his car and I begged him to purchase for about 5 years. I've been down on my knees, begging him for 5 years, man, 5 long years to get this car. And he has an NSX-R, so, and they both NA1 and NA2. So basically, he said, yeah, okay, I'll sell it to you, but you have to drive with me. When I call you, you have to come out with me and stuff like that.
That's the caveat, yeah.
That's the condition that
That's a
comes
pretty
with the
good,
car.
that's not bad. That's not a bad condition. It's like a brand new car. It's so clean.
I don't know. I can't say. You have to tell me. Because if I say it, I'll be biased and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So.
No, it's very, very, very clean. amazing. It's so clean.
It is new because it's, there's no paint job. There's only a minor touch-up, but it wasn't like a full paint or anything. It's just a minor touch-up.
How many kilometers is on this?
Well, the previous cluster was about 7,000. And the owner wanted to take it off because he wants to keep it. He wants to know how much he drove the car for. So I had to get a brand new cluster.
That's easy for you though.
Yeah, I had to sort out a brand new cluster so I know, so it's 7,000 plus whatever is add on here. Because he has the spoon cluster installed since it was brand new.
Oh.
He's like, hey man, it's a spoon cluster.
I gotta keep it.
I gotta keep it, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah man, you go out and get your own cluster. But apparently I took out, everything is standard except the seats.
What kind of seats are those?
Ricardo's AA.
Oh.
The reason I installed, everybody's like, hey, why don't you keep it like pure genuines? I said the reason I didn't keep it pure genuine because the standard seats are so hard to find. If I ruin it, I couldn't,
Yeah.
I want to keep the original part as new as I can. That's why I installed just an aftermarket seat, that's all. And I feel more comfortable, sitting in them because it's a bit,
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. This is pure 90s. The Recaro A8. I don't know if US is popular, but this is pure 90s seats. I tell you, I go way back, man. Because I'm an old man, so this is like pure 90.
What a cool car. Awesome. Thank you. No, you can close it. Thank you.
So this is basically, I don't really have a lot of cars, but all my cars are just like.
They're special to you.
Yeah, they're special to me, I mean, if you consider the price of a car here in Thailand, I mean, like, if I tell you the price, you'll be like, really?
Yeah, how much is something like this?
I had an offer for about 800 grand, I think.
800 US.
No, actually, with this rate, is 700, I'm sorry.
700 US, and you said no.
Yeah, I said no.
That's how rare this car is.
Yeah. But to be honest, I'm not. If I sell it off for 700, then what am I gonna buy? Everything is expensive here, like the Porsche here. You see, like the GT3 RS here, it costs more than 700 grand. Even the STs, the retail price of a 911 ST here costs about $1 million US retail. So that means I have to put out another 300, which I don't have anymore. So, hey man, I don't want to owe bank any finance, company money. So let me keep it, this way.
Yeah, because no more new NSXs
yes, exactly.
are coming into the country. So this is special.
There's no more NSX, whatever, ever. So this is kind of special to me. And I still get the vibe and I still feel something special every time I drive it. I still love the car.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to LarryChenPrints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.